Hello. So I've been thinking about the recent elections that took place where, that blue wave went across in Virginia, Philadelphia, New Jersey, California, and some other places where the Democrats took a lot of seats. I know they scare the Republican Party. Mike Johnson, he probably shitting his boots. Right now, Donald Trump, same thing, because if the Congress go in the hands of the Democrats, there will be consequences, right? They will have to answer to almost all of these things that they're doing, where this Congress is staying silent. I have to give a shout out to California. I just moved from California. I love California. Best place I ever lived. Best culture. Best diversity. Shout out for doing Prop 50. Doing it the right way, like the people voted in. And the people overwhelmingly choose that. Gavin Newsom is not a puppet like the Texas governor, but he's doing some good things. People say that he's, mimicking the president and all. No, he's trying to show people exactly what the president of the United States is doing. Gavin Newsom is actually very, very intelligent. Okay, so on to my next point. I have a serious concern about the 2026 elections and if they're gonna be fair. I think it was in Colorado and some other places where they handed over voting machines to people from the Trump campaign. And if you give them those machines, they can manipulate those machines. And that's why I still think the 2024 election was stolen. Right? Those guys, they've had 4 years to plan for what they were going to do. And that's why this administration is so much different from the other ones, right? I'm terrified that there's gonna be National Guard and military in the streets and ICE raiding voting locations, causing a disruption, because ICE is his secret police. Make no mistakes. I know a lot of ICE agents. Right? I know a lot of Secret Service agents. Well, a few Secret Service agents. Right? And they're good people. Right? But those that you see running the streets, sometimes we don't even know who they are, if they're CBP or ICE, and that create a real problem for law enforcement, because if I am going about my business and God forbid masked men jump out of a car on me, you know what that story is gonna be. Right? You know what that story is gonna be. People are taking advantage of what ICE is doing and using it to force themselves onto women, to rob places, and we haven't seen anything just yet. Gangs could use that to move into territories that normally they couldn't go in, just to get at their enemies. What's going on here is very, very serious. Sometimes I'm wondering if I'm living in a video game played by some stupid people and some smart people, because people think the leaders of the MAGA party is stupid. They're not. These guys are making calculated decisions. They're manipulating the other people who are lower in the party, who are the actual voters. But the people at the top of the MAGA party, they don't care about anyone. They don't care about MAGA. And know that Trump know that he don't have another term. He gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do. And you got people like Nick Fuentes talking about going to war in Venezuela. I thought all these motherfuckers were American first. All these right-wing podcasters who are talking America first is now agreeing with bailing out that dictator in Argentina, which is not going to benefit us, while our kids go hungry. In 2026, I'm hoping and praying that things go smooth, because there's no way the Democrats lose the House. We need to build a movement over on the left to counter those echo chambers, because the right wing, they're buying up all the liberal medias too. So we need to get ourselves out there. You know, I'm not a speaker. I have a very, very thick accent. I believe in America. I believe in what America stands for. You know, I wasn't born here, but I am an American. Right? A whole American values there. And on paper, we're great. We have the best value system, and it's been working for years, until this fucking guy comes along. And I don't even think he's running anything, because he's not in his right fucking mind. Obviously, anyone who will look at Donald Trump can tell that he's a very sick fucking man. There are powerful people behind him. Let's mobilize.